Is it possible to create 50 meals that perfectly represent each one of our nation's 50 states?
3, 2, 1, cook off!
Well, I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying.
You want me to bite into an onion?
I do.
It's pretty sweet.
I'm Taylor Hicks. You may know me as a singer, so why as an entertainer hosting a food show? Simple. I love food. I even own my own barbecue joint, and I love to travel. So I'm hitting the road and eating my way across America, one state at a time. On this episode of State Plate, I'm making my way across a southern state known for champion chili, big beef, and onions you can eat like an apple.
It's really sweet. I was totally expecting to start bawling crying.
That's right. I'm in Texas, y'all, where sweet onions are served casserole style, cake is served Texas-sized, and bread is baked out on the range. So stay tuned for a heaping helping of Texas on State Plate. Here we go. I've got this empty plate with a silhouette of Texas, and I need to fill it up with foods that best represent the state. But everyone knows in Texas, it's go big or go home. So we're ditching the appetizer and getting straight to the meat. The big question, what will go on the plate and what will be left off? In north central Texas, we'll judge award-winning chili. In the middle of the state, we'll lasso up beef brisket and pan de campo. In the south, it's all about onions. And out west, sweet, sweet desserts. I'm in the Wild West, where cowboys and cattle rule. The Lone Star State has 11.8 million head of cattle. That's more cows in Texas than 44 states have people. And all that cattle means a whole lot of beef. In Texas, they like it chicken fried, stewed in chili, grilled to perfection, and most famously, barbecued and slow cooked. First stop, Beaumont Ranch, an 800-acre working cattle ranch. Danny Johnson is a true vaquero. His job, to drive the cattle. This is a gorgeous ranch.
Well, thank you. Welcome to Beaumont Ranch. Yeah, we hurdle cattle down here, and today you're gonna help me move them, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and drive them for about 2 miles.
And there's a little bit of rain coming, so we gotta herd them, huh?
Yes, sir. That's the plan. You ready?
Sure. The purpose of the cattle drive is to move the herd from one pasture to another.
Right now, they're over the bridge. They're on the side of the hill. They're not on top of the hill yet, but they're on the side.
Grazing evenly across the ranch keeps the land healthy and the cattle grass-fed. And grass-fed cattle means delicious beef. They're really moving up the hill there.
Yes, sir. We didn't have to get so close to them, because as soon as we did, they started like, hey, it's time to move, it's time to work. So now they're just, they're working on their own right now.
Well, let's keep them working.
All right.
Yeehaw! Get up. Spanish settlers brought the first cattle to America through Mexico to land that would later become Texas. When meat became scarce during the Civil War, Americans were hungry for beef, and only Texas had the livestock. So ranch hands began driving their herds across the country. The golden era of the American cowboy was born. Alongside a thriving cattle industry now worth an estimated $10.5 billion. So this is what they've been doing a long time in Texas.
A long time. This is what we do.
In the cattle capital of the nation, there are literally hundreds of ways to eat beef, but the most iconic cut is the brisket. Brisket comes from either the breast or pectoral muscle, which makes it a naturally tough cut of beef. To soften it up, iconic Texas brisket is slathered in spices to break down the meat, then slow cooked for 12 long hours, a process that transforms this tough cut of meat to a meal that nearly melts in your mouth. Texas obviously has got a lot of beef. They're definitely driving some cattle around here, but I come to Texas, I eat brisket. It's good.
Yes, sir. Definitely tastes a lot of juice in it.
It's definitely juicy. You gotta put it in the fire and cook it for a long time for it to get tender.
And I hate that.
You're waiting too long.
Yes.
Well, the longer you wait, the better it is. You know that, right?
Right. The hungrier you get.
Yes, great. We've got our entree. On our main plate, mouth-watering slices of slow-cooked Texas beef brisket, a nod to the biggest industry in the Lone Star State and the cowboy culture that turned Texas into the cattle capital of the country.
Sir, you gotta stick around, man. I got something that'll go great with this.
I bet you do, I will.
All right.
Coming up, I'm hungry and I'm waiting. A favorite Texas food, cowboy style. For pan.
De Campo.
In addition to cattle, Texas also ranks #1 in the production of chicken, lamb, or pork. In addition to cattle, Texas also ranks #1 in the production of lamb. My search to fill up a plate with the best foods in the Lone Star State hasn't taken me very far. I'm sticking around the ranch for some more authentic cowboy chow. I'm still here at Beaumont Ranch in Grandview, Texas. I got myself some brisket, but I'm told there's more to Texas and life on the ranch than just beef. Ed Williams, affectionately known as Cookie, has been keeping cowboys fed for 35 years and counting. So what's this amazing dish I hear about?
Pan de Campo.
Well, I know a little bit of Spanish. It means camp bread, right?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
A little bit, but I got it right.
I call it cowboy bread.
All right. What do we got here?
You got flour, salt, baking soda, lard, and water.
Sounds like a pretty simple dish.
Very simple. You can even cook it with a stick if you need to.
Really?
You wrap it on a stick.
So this is how the cowboys did it.
That's right. You'd have a cook that would stay back, and they would make up the meal for them, and this would be a simple dish.
And that's why they call you Cookie.
That's right. I do the cooking.
Why don't you let me have a shot at that camp bread?
Sure, not a problem.
So we got a little water here.
You want to add about half. There you go. All it needs is stir it up. They make biscuits out of it, tortillas out of it.
Kind of sticky.
Yeah.
Unlike most baking, cooking on the ranch doesn't require measuring tools. What it does require is kneading, shaping, and a cast iron Dutch oven.
We need to spread out a little bit of coals for the bottom.
Okay.
Now put some coals on top.
All right. How long does it take usually?
Oh, it can take between 10 and 20 minutes, depending on how your fire's doing.
Every civilization has its own unique bread. Pan de Campo started in Mexico where the dough was used to make tortillas. It morphed into camp bread in the early days of the Texas ranch. And it's no secret why. All the ingredients fit in a saddlebag. It provides a day's worth of carbs, and the time it takes to cook gives the cowboys a much-needed break. Only one thing to do is play some music.
That sounds good.
I'm hungry, and I'm waiting for pan.
De Campo.
Today, Pan de Campo is the official state bread of Texas, and the cast iron Dutch oven is the official state cooking vessel. Waiting on camp bread. A double nod to the food and tools that sustained the cowboys, whose work would later give way to a thriving Texas economy. Hey, Cookie, is that cowboy bread ready?
Now let's take a peek and look.
All right.
You just pick it up and set it on that rock. There you go. Okay. Now tap it. Okay. Now lift it up.
Woo, look at that. What do you say we break bread over here?
That's good.
That looks good.
There you go.
It's nice and moist. It's got a lot of water. I could tell why these cowboys enjoyed it. Kind of tastes like a biscuit,
Right,
but it's got a lot more salt, got a lot more moisture to it.
right. Well, you're also tasting the baking powder, too. It adds flavor to it.
Good bread.
That it is. It's what kept the cowboys alive, along with the women.
On our main plate, a hearty side of traditional pan de campo, a staple of Texas straight from the ranch. Day, this is definitely worth sticking around for.
I told you.
Coming up, so would you consider yourself the underdog in this chili cook-off?
Well, let's just say the old dog.
The battle is on to create the best version of the official state dish. The winner of the state plate chili cook-off is... If beef is the backbone of Texas cuisine, you could call our next state plate contender the back bowl. Chili is the official state dish, and making it is a bona fide sport. To honor this iconic Texas dish, I'm headed to equally iconic Texas State Fairgrounds, where two local legends will battle it out for a spot on the Texas State Plate in the first ever State Plate Chili Cook-Off. Hailing from Oak Cliff, Texas, legend Jim Easel, 21-year veteran, former president of the Chili Appreciation Society, cooking up his original Dollar Saver chili. What awards have you won?
Oh, I've won a lot of the smaller events, none of the majors.
Would you consider yourself the underdog in this chili cook-off?
Let's just say the old dog.
From Dallas, Texas, rising star Suzanne Sweet, reigning state champion, 2 years experience, slated to compete in the invite-only Terlingua National Cook-Off, cooking up her own original recipe, the optimistically named Terlingua Star. He really is the underdog.
Yes, sir, he is.
Jim, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Cook-off! So what you got in there?
I'm cooking more of a home-style chili today. It's what we call home-style, where you're adding floaters like tomatoes.
So there's no beans in chili.
We define chili as meat and gravy. Now, what you add to it later is your business, but chili is meat and gravy.
So over here, we got peppers.
Yes, these are my secret serrano peppers that I actually grew.
Secrets.
Yes, sir. I want to have hot chili, but I don't want to offend the judges.
Okay. And with that, time for the moment of truth. Ladies first.
Here you go. Enjoy.
Ooh, it's got a little heat to it. It's got a great finish.
Backburn.
Color's good, gravy looks good, tasting good. All right, I think I got it.
Cleanse your palate, cleanse your mind, now get ready for the best.
Oh, listen at you. The first thing I taste is the gravy.
Smooth gravy, no fat, no gristle.
No talking, right?
He's cheating.
That's cheating. So it's got a really great red color. I do like the tomatoes in it. All right, the winner of the State Plate Chili Cook-Off of Texas is Terlingua Star.
All right.
She's on a roll. The state champ takes the title again and the spot on the Texas State Plate. On our main plate, a heaping helping of chili, the official state dish. On to our next contender. Let's rustle up a side. When they say everything's bigger in Texas, that counts farmland. The Lone Star State has 242,000 farms covering more than 130 million acres. Not only the most of any state in the country, more than the next two states combined. The biggest crop is the onion, with $70 to $100 million in sales per year, and an overall economic impact of $350 million. It's no surprise the onion is the official state vegetable. At Dixondale Farms, they grow and ship over 800 million onion plants, more than any other farm in the world. This is the largest onion farm in the country.
Yes, sir. We grow over 90% of the onion transplants that are started in the United States.
Starts, that's what they call them, right?
Yes, these are starts. We grow them from seed to transplant. These go directly into the ground. They grow for another 90 to 100 days. and you end up with these.
Onion growth depends on day length. Short day varieties thrive in the south. Intermediate day varieties flourish in the middle states. Up north, they grow long day variety. But South Texas is considered the winter garden, a sweet spot where they can grow all varieties year round, thanks to long daylight hours and no hard freeze.
I dare you to try one.
You want me to bite into an onion?
I do.
It's pretty sweet.
We say they're sweet as an apple.
I love onions, and this is the sweetest onion that I've ever had.
Texas is known for its 1015Y Texas super sweet variety. You want to know what these are great in?
What's that?
Sweet onion casserole.
Onion casserole.
Sweet onion casserole. You want to make one?
Sure.
Sweet onion casserole was specifically created to utilize Texas' biggest crop.
Now we're julienning.
It's iconically Texas and easy to make. The sweet onions get sauteed in butter. Then it's all about the stack, onions, crackers, and Parmesan cheese.
I can't wait to try some of this sweet onion casserole. I love it.
It's awesome.
The onions are definitely sweet. Naturally sweet, by the way. I love this crust. I love the way that the onion complements everything. Good stuff. This might be one of my favorite casseroles now.
Which means it has to go on the Texas State plate, rounding out our main plate. A sweet side of sweet onion casserole fresh from the farmlands of Texas. Coming up,
So I hear there's a secret recipe here somewhere.
the secret behind Texas's most famous dessert.
Where's Taylor?
Yeah,
Taylor.
Yes.
I know what you were looking for, but you can't find it.
For our next state plate contender, I'm heading to Arlington, Texas.
Our plate's filling up. Now I'm ready for something sweet.
Texas is known for its decadent desserts, from banana pudding to pecan pie. But nothing says Texas like a Texas-sized sheet cake. Next stop, that's the Cake Bakery,
Let's check it out.
where batches of traditional sheet cake batter get whipped, poured, baked, and served every single day.
Smells delicious.
Hey, Taylor, you're just in time to help us make our Texas sheet cake. Come on in.
Just got it out of the oven, so it's nice and hot, ready to frost.
What is Texas sheet cake?
Texas sheet cake is it's a spin on a traditional chocolate cake.
Like a German chocolate cake kind of?
Not exactly. German chocolate cake has pecans, though it has coconut as well. This doesn't have coconut. The Texas sheet cake has basically a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. They don't want it to be over an inch tall, is what the idea was.
So I hear there's a secret recipe here somewhere. Kind of like nuclear codes or something.
Somewhat similar to that, yes, I have to say.
Where do you keep it?
I keep it in a safe,
safe.
at my house. I do.
It is that precious of a recipe?
Yes.
So it's
it
not
is.
anywhere on the premise?
They're here now because I bring them in every day.
Ah,
When I go home at night, they go home with me.
okay.
Okay, so we're gonna get started on the icing.
That's a good bit of butter. How many sticks of butter is that?
It takes 8 sticks. In the meantime, I want to get you to chop up all these pecans, okay?
Okay.
Now just keep on chopping away at them because the smaller they are, the better.
Is that kind of how you want them?
Yep.
Rolling boil?
Yep.
We're set. Want to add in the chocolate, okay? As you do this, you want to keep it stirring. You don't want it to burn or stick to the bottom of the pan.
That is strictly butter and chocolate. Now, it's not sweet yet, right?
Not yet. That's where the powdered sugar becomes our best friend.
How much do you need?
We need 1 pound. A messy kitchen is a happy kitchen. Always remember that. And we got a pound there. So we're going to begin adding powdered sugar and the vanilla.
If you can't get dirty in the kitchen, you don't need to be in the kitchen at all. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. Hello. Let's try to get some in the pot.
Yum.
With its rich, creamy icing, the sheet cake is a descendant of the German chocolate cake. But it's bigger, of course, and 1 layer instead of 3. And in these parts, it's topped with chopped pecans.
Kind of makes me jiggle.
Yes.
You eat too much of it, you will jiggle.
If you're not jiggling already. I love it. It does not taste like any other chocolate cake I've ever had. It's kind of a mixture between fudge and chocolate a little bit, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
as it sets, it gets harder.
Yeah.
So it becomes a little fudgier.
That's dessert, y'all. Topping off the Texas State Plate, a Texas-sized slice of traditional Texas sheet cake. Now, about these secret family recipes.
Hear that?
Where's Taylor?
Yeah,
Taylor.
Yes. Oh, no, I was just looking for vanilla extract.
I know what you were looking for, but you can't find it.
Our final state plate is a hearty meal, true to the traditions of Texas.
This is what they've been doing a long time in Texas.
This is what we do.
On our main plate, iconic Texas slow-cooked brisket, a tribute to the cattle capital of the nation.
I'm hungry, and I'm waiting for pan.
De Campo.
A side of pan de campo, also known as cowboy bread, a heaping helping of traditional Lone Star State chili, and a mouth-watering side of sweet onion casserole.
This is the sweetest onion that I've ever had.
And for dessert,
Let's try to get some in the pot.
a Texas-sized slice of Texas sheet cake. Tasty, traditional, and so true to the Lone Star State.